your very first video that you should be watching, your welcome video. I know that you'll be watching lots of videos like this, so you're probably going to get bored of hearing me say hello, but here we are. This is your aula until we get to come back to school for real. So this is where you'll see me in every video. Well, if you see me in a video, your grammar and writing, you don't have to look at me, woohoo! You just get to watch the PowerPoint screen, so that'll be exciting. You just get to hear my voice. Now with the videos, one suggestion that I have for you is that you watch them with headphones, especially your English videos and the technology videos for this week, because you guys know that when I speak, my voice is very suave, it's a little low, so sometimes the microphone doesn't pick me up very well, so you need your volume up, and headphones will help a lot to make sure that you hear what I'm saying. Also rewind the video and listen again if you need to, and if you still don't know what I'm saying, well then just shoot me a message, say, Miss Ashley, I didn't get what you were trying to say in this part. Also, if I'm speaking too quickly, you might have to stop, rewind the video, listen again. Okay, believe it or not, guys, I actually went through high school doing video school. Not because of a pandemic or anything like that, just because that's how my mom felt the most comfortable to teach me, because I was homeschooled and she had to work all day. So there was a school, a university in the United States that had high school videos through video, or high school through video, and so I watched my teachers over a video, and I had to watch every subject every day on a video, so I had like 3 or 4 hours worth of videos every day that I had to watch. So this is actually not that bad. You have a lot less time on videos than I did. So believe it or not, I understand what you're going through having to do this. It's totally new, and it's a little strange, and I hope that soon we get to come back to doing things in person, but until then, we're gonna seguir adelante, just like this. Okay, so each day I'm going to subir in the video group, because I've created a video chat, and if I have your number as a student, I put your number into that video chat as well as your parents. If I don't have your number or I don't have the correct number, please send me a message so that I can put that number into the group, into the video chat, so that you can watch the videos on whatever device you use to watch your school videos. I want to make sure you have access to them. You can choose to watch them in WhatsApp, or you can choose to watch them on YouTube. I'll send the YouTube links. The quality in YouTube is better than in WhatsApp, but I know that YouTube takes up a lot of data if you have that instead of Wi-Fi. So if you want to conserve your data, watch them in WhatsApp, and that'll be better for you. The quality will be a little less, but you can make it, you can do it. Make sure that before you start each video, you have your materials out for that class. So for Algebra 1, for example, make sure that you have your book, you have your notebook, you have your homework, you have your pencil, you have a pen, whatever you need in order to be successful that day for your math. So for each subject, have all of your materials before the video starts. Especially the first 2 weeks, I will remind you, hey, if you don't have this, pause the video, go grab it. And so that'll help you to get in the routine of always having those materials ready to go before you start class. All right, most of you guys know me pretty well because you've had me for years. Some of you, this is gonna be your 5th year with me. Do you realize that? Diego, Layla, Hessen, Marcy. I think you're the only ones who've been with me from the beginning. If I missed somebody, I'm really sorry. But I think, oh, Saeed. Oh, sorry, Saeed. Yep, you've been with me from the beginning. I couldn't remember all of my students. Michelle, Ruby, you guys are new. Albearing, you're new to my class this year. Oliver, you're not new this year, but you're newer than the others. So, for those of you who've been with me for years and years, you know a lot about me. Those of you who are new, just a quick little bit about me. I got saved when I was around 10, 11 years old. I knew that I was a sinner and that I was going to go to hell when I died. And so I didn't want to do that. I knew that I needed to ask Jesus to save me from my sins. And so I asked him to do that. And then I knew that I was going to be a missionary after that. I knew God was calling me somewhere to be a missionary teacher. Right after I graduated college, I came here to Roatan to visit for a month, fell in love with it, knew that this is where God wanted me to go, and now I'm going on my 5th year living here. So I'm super happy, super excited, love my life here, love you guys, and I can't wait till we're back together again. But until then, here we go. I'll have to see you at church or whatever the case may be. If I don't get to see you at all until we come back to classes, that'll be really sad. Along that line, I wish I could tell you guys to come to school and bring your homework and all those things, but for now, we can't do that. You're not allowed to come to school. So your parents have to come and bring your homework. So every 2 weeks, according to the circulation days, we're asking your parents to come and bring your completed homework for that section. They'll bring all your completed homework, and then we'll switch it out for the new homework. So they're gonna bring it home to you in a folder. There's that green marbly folder that you all should have with your name on it. You'll put your homework that you've completed in a pocket in that folder, and then when they bring it to me, I'll take that out, put in your new homework, and send that back to you for you to put in your binders. So let's talk about your binders. Everybody has a binder. Woo! My binder is going to be slightly differently laid out than yours, but everyone has a binder. When you open it up, you should see your All About Me right here. And you need to fill that out and send that in with your first homework collection. We're going to be switching those around so that you can write a letter to your friends and have pen pals. Now I know most of you have a phone and talk to your friends on the phone, but not all of you do, and some of you may not have each other's number or whatever the case may be, so you're going to be pen pals. You're going to write each other letters in addition to whatever you do already on the phone. So fill that out, send that in. Then here is just a little letter from me to you, welcoming you back to school, and right here is the list of things that I need you all to get. So let me go over that really quickly. You need a Bible if you don't already have one, a Spanish dictionary. You need 7 spiral notebooks. Now for your notebooks, because right now you're mostly just tearing things out to send in to me, it's okay for you to have multiple subjects in one notebook, stuff like that. But you will also have to take notes, but you will probably want to take notes, tear those out, and then put them in your binder in the divider for that class, which we'll kind of go over a little more. But you may not want to keep them in your notebook. You may want to keep them in your binder. Or if you decide you want to keep your notes in your notebook, that's fine too. It's totally up to you whether you keep them here or you keep them in your own notebook. Okay, turn the page and you'll see All About Me. It's a little bit about your teacher. I love Dr. Pepper. That's the main thing you need to know about me. Okay, next is a page called Subject Headings. Now I know that if you've already looked through your binder and looked at all of these, you may have been a little scared seeing all of the stuff that I've written down for you. Don't be scared. It's just because normally this is the kind of stuff I would say to you out loud in class, our first day of class. But since you're not here in class, I had to write it all down. So that's all that is, so don't let it scare you. All right, look at your paper that says subject headings with me. If you don't have your binder, pause your video, go grab your binder, and let's look at it together. It says, for each subject, you will have to do work in your notebooks. For each type of assignment that is done on notebook paper, use the headings below. You do not need to begin a separate page for each assignment. Just skip a line, write the next heading, and complete the assignment. So that's similar to what we did in the fourth partial. So you can put multiple assignments on one page. I don't need you to start a new page every time you do that. That's just a waste of paper. Plan your work and keep it organized. Do not do assignments on the same pages that you are taking notes. My reason for that is that you will need to send in your homework, but you don't need to send in your notes to me. You need to take photos that you're doing your notes, but you don't have to send your notes in with your homework. So if you put your homework on your notes, then I'll be keeping your notes for 2 weeks to check your homework, and you won't have them. So please, please, please don't put your notes on the same page as your homework. All right? When it is time for you to turn in your work, tear assignments out of your notebook and make sure the edges are neat. So please cut off any of those torn pieces. You know when you tear a page out of a notebook, I'm going to tear a page out right now so you can see what I mean. Okay, see all this stuff right here? Yeah, I don't want that. Okay, so you can either, if your page is perforated, that means it has those little, like, I don't even know how to describe them, little holes so that you can tear it easily. Okay, you can tear it off like that. If not, get some scissors and cut it so that your edges are neat. Now this one's not really coming off very well, but there you have it. So try to make your edges as neat as possible, please, when you send it in. I don't want any of these hanging on to your page, okay? That's because I'm gonna be getting a lot of papers from you guys. And when I try to make your pages nice and neat with all these papers, these things catch on each other and it just makes life difficult. So please, for my sake, please tear those off. Please cut them off, tear them off, whatever you need. All right, so for Bible, for when you're taking notes, I want you to take notes by first putting the date, then the reference. And I've given you an example there. For your summary assignments, I want the date, then the Bible summary, and the week number. Your Bible summaries, they are just going to, well, I'm not going to talk about them now because I'm going to talk about them in your Bible video. So, moving on. For Algebra 1 and Algebra 1/2, there's a group of you doing Algebra 1/2 and then a group of you doing the Algebra 1 book. For your homework, I want you to start your heading by putting the date, then put the lesson number, please. Do not forget that. Keep it nice and neat. I'm going to be getting a lot of homework from a lot of people, so make sure you have that. Also, I need you to label that something is the practice and that you've started the problem set. So just follow the example that's right there. Also, one more thing that I didn't put on this page because I keep thinking that it's a given, you know, please put your name. Please put your name on all of your homework, okay? If you forget your name on your homework, well then we're gonna have some problems because what if, I don't know, something happens and when I'm checking your work, the wind blows and it all gets mixed together. I know most of your handwritings, but some of you have handwriting that's very, very similar, boys. So, if the wind blows and your homework gets mixed together and your name's not on it, I may not know who's, and then I can't give you credit for your work. So make sure that your name is on your paper. For technology, for your notes, you need to put the date and then the title of the lesson. For science, for your homework, I need you to put the date and then CC if it's a comprehension check. So those are the questions that are kind of in the middle of the chapter. And then CCU, and then so comprehension check and the number of the comprehension check, or CCU and the number of the chapter checkup and its exercise. So look at the example. I've given you the date and then CC 4.1. That would be the number of the chapter or the comprehension check. Or date CCU 4A, so it's the chapter checkup for chapter 4A, exercise A, and you'll put the numbers. Then for the next, if you have, for example, you have to do A, B, and C of the chapter checkup, you could just put exercise B. You don't have to repeat the date and CCU 4A, just put the next exercise and divide it that way, like you always do. History, you'll just put the date, the section number, and the review that you're doing. And then for English, I've explained the headings for all of your English in your English videos. Now we are not starting history this week, just for your information. We're not doing history this week. We'll be starting it in the next paquete that you guys are gonna get. Okay, turn the page so it says class procedures. Here we go. Again, history class will begin the 3rd week of classes. Follow the links that are sent through WhatsApp, either to watch the video in this app or in YouTube. Make sure you watch all the parts of the video. If a video says part 1 of 3 or part 1, this means the lesson has 3 parts or has more than 1 part, and you need to find it and watch all of them in order. It'll be best for your concentration and volume if you use headphones, because I'm still working on speaking louder in my videos. And then I've given you the link that you can type in if you get lost and need to find my channel. This year, you will be using a binder to keep your work organized. Spanish will have its own folder. Organize your papers in each subject section with your new homework in the front, your class notes in the middle in chronological order, and your completed and checked homework in the back. That's my suggestion, okay? You don't have to organize your binder that way, but that's my suggestion to help you keep everything nice and neat, please. Every day, you need to watch your lessons, complete your assignments, send in a picture of yourself doing your work, and send in a picture of your completed work. These pictures must be sent in by 8 a.m. the next morning. So let's say your parents need to help you with your picture or whatever, and they don't get home until late, so you need to send it in the morning. That's fine, just please send it in by 8 a.m. the very next day. If your pictures are unclear of your homework, they will not be counted and you'll lose points as if you didn't do the work at all. So make sure that your pictures are clear before you send them, because sometimes you send them without checking the quality and you send me work and I don't know what in the world that is. So make sure everything is labeled correctly and that it's clear enough that I can read it and I can check it.